Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 6 of Pokechat. Again, here today, I'm your host, Bulbasaur, with my friend Charmander. Say hello, Charmander. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Pokechat. Like as promised, I am back, and I'm here to be the co-star of the show today. Yippee! Why, yes, Bulbasaur. You are here today as promised as the last episode. And you remember, today is the day we are doing the Christmas episode. Yeah, I know, Bulbasaur. So, y'all, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, guys. So, let's go ahead and get this show started. Alright, Bulbasaur. What is your favorite part about about Christmas? Well, to be honest with you, Bulbasaur, I just love opening all kinds of gifts. I honestly have a blast of just tearing open and seeing what I get, writing the letters to Santa, baking cookies, and all kinds of events with the family. What about you? Well, kind of like you, Bulbasaur. I kind of like the whole spending with the family, but I could kind of care less with the toys or presents as much. Only because, the older I get, I realize just seeing, just being with the family just warms my soul. Yeah, I get that, Bulbasaur. But what do you also like bake cookies and stuff? Or what does your family do? Uh, we we do the baking too, but we also like to go out and e- either like watch a movie at a movie theater or go looking at Christmas lights throughout the holiday season. Um, more doing activities together than anything else is what we tend to do as a family, Bulbasaur. But that was a good question. Thanks. I try to learn from the best. Aw, thank you. Not you. My parents. Well, at least you appreciate them, I guess. Alrighty, Bulbasaur. Alrighty. Alrighty, Charmander. Um, alrighty, so since you said the first topic and we responded, I guess it's my turn. Um, let's talk about our favorite places to explore during the Christmas time um in Kanto. For me, believe it or not, it's not Celadon City. It's actually, I like going towards Cerulean City during that time. Really, Bulbasaur? Why is that? Something about walking over that bridge when it's frozen and seeing the icicles hanging from there, and the more like oh, oh just the more how the ice and the water mixes, and then the access to other routes with nature and seeing parts of Mount Moon, you know, with snow, just somehow gives me those warm fuzzies. Bulbasaur, are you sure that's not my tail? I'm near you. No, but please be careful. I don't want to catch on fire. Okay. Mine is Cinnabar Island. I don't really like the cold too much, but I do like it. I like the heat. But also there, we do experience some colder temperatures than normal throughout the year. And, you know, the island is just what I find as home. It's nice and warm and comfortable, and I could just roam the whole island with no care in the world. you stay at Cinnabar Island during the holidays, Charmander? I would never guess. Yeah, that's where I'm from, Cinnabar Island. That's where I tend to be, and I like it with the warmth. Once in a while, I might go to Fuchsia City, but in general, I like to keep it warm because the cold and I don't mix. Well, I can see your point about that, and you have every right to do that. I just was kind of thrown off for surprise, to be honest. It's okay. Um, by the way, Bulbasaur. By the way, what, Charmander? Um, we can I do the next topic? Well, of course. You're co-hosting this episode, and you know it's time for our third topic. Okay, so guys, let's go ahead and talk about New Year's. And let's talk about. Have you ever made it to midnight? Really, Charmander? We're going to be talking about New Year's? Well, yes, Bulbasaur. It is part of the holidays, and that's coming up real soon. Well, you're right. It is about a week away. So, do you last till midnight, Charmander? Or do you fall asleep before midnight? Most years I don't make it. I pass out, and then all of a sudden I wake up like 3, 2 a.m., if not the next morning, and I'm like, oh, dang it. But there have been very few times I have actually stayed up till midnight and came to the new year. What about you, Bulbasaur? Well, I've done it in the past a couple of times here and there like you, but I'm just at that point in my life, it's just another time. I'm just going to bed. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. I work, I do other stuff. I don't have time to really stay for the new year. Do you want to try to do it this year? We could hang out and we can try to stay up. Maybe Pokemon Trainer Chuck could even stay up with us. You're hilarious, Charmander. Pokemon Trainer Chuck, it goes to bed like super early. I doubt he'll make it, but we can ask him later, and we can see if all of us can make it to midnight. But it, so let's go to our last topic, Bulbasaur. Charmander. Okay, what's that? Let's talk about some of our Christmas I know we talked a little bit about things we do for the holidays with family, but let's talk about some family traditions, like those old classic traditions that is customary to do for the holidays. And we can even include New Year since you brought that up earlier. Okay, for us on Christmas Eve morning, we always make that's when we bake those cookies I mentioned earlier, but we also for breakfast we have cinnamon rolls and hot tamales. Cinnamon rolls and hot tamales. I could see the cinnamon rolls and I could see the hot tamales, just not together. Why do y'all do it together like that, Bulbasaur? Well, we like the cinnamon rolls because it's a sweet treat, and the hot tamales because it's spicy. Hot cha-cha-cha-cha. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, that does make sense. Does it taste good together? Oh, yeah. You always take the bite of the cinnamon roll first, and then you take the hot tamale. It's just perfection. Okay. I'm just going to have to take your word for that, buddy. What? And then that night, we always have pizza, which we like it extra well done. And then that morning, after we open up the gifts, my dad always makes breakfast, and then that afternoon, evening, we have like a lunch dinner, and that's it. What about what about you, Bulbasaur? Well, Charmander, we also do the cinnamon rolls, but that's about it. We don't do anything extra, and yeah, sometimes we do bake the cookies if we haven't already. Or that week, we'll do it that day. Usually either sugar or chocolate chip, and then in Christmas morning, we normally have a big breakfast after all the toys and stuff is open, but we don't open them till everybody shows up, and then and then like you Christmas evening we have like a lunch dinner, and also Christmas Eve evening that dinner is usually a pizza as well, except we don't care if it's well done. We do prefer our deep dish over thin crust though. That sounds nifty, Bulbasaur. Okay, I guess that is it for today. Well, yes, that does conclude today's episode, Charmander. Thank you so much for being a good co-host for the second time ever. Maybe we can have you again in the near future. Really? Will this be like a permanent thing, or is this just going to be a once in a while thing? I don't know yet. Charmander, again, I gotta run this by Pokemon trainer Chuck and we and everything, but I feel like we could easily get you in before the first season is over, and then maybe the second season we can talk about more and more appearances. Okay. I can't wait. I hope so. Anyways, guys, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Pokechat will see you in 2024. Goodbye.